It's about 6:15 and time now for What's Trending. We're going to talk about journeys today, guys. Are you ready? Okay, so this first journey that we have for you, it's not every day that you see a 139-year-old house up and move 7 blocks, but that's exactly what happened in San Francisco. Spectators cheered as this 2-story historic Victorian was rolled to a new location. And it's the first move of its kind in nearly 50 years. That's according to the San Francisco Historical Society. The fees and permissions involved in this undertaking alone reportedly cost the owner about $200,000. And squeezing the landmark building down the narrow roads did take some prep work. Crews had to trim some trees, move power lines, and also take down a few road signs. And there was actually a very festive vibe in the air as hundreds turned out to witness this incredible journey. Eyewitnesses say it was almost like watching a very slow Mardi Gras parade. So that's definitely a sight that you don't see every day. And what a gorgeous home. I'm so glad that they're preserving it and moving it to a different location. It kind of reminds me a little bit about like the home in Full House, right? The opening credits of Full House. All those homes in San Francisco are just gorgeous. So I'm glad that the move went well.
Yeah, absolutely a beautiful home. But I'm most impressed with the fact that this took place in San Francisco. Just an extremely hilly up and down area.
Oh my goodness, yes.
From my experience being there too, so I can only imagine the weight of that house, could have caused some problems, but I'm so glad to see that all went without a hitch.
Yeah, especially that a house that big and that old. I'm really impressed to see that, especially through a big city too, where there's a lot of planning that had to happen, like you mentioned there. So great to see it made it there without any problems, and going to keep history going with now at a new locations.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, this next journey we're about to tell you about is a little bit longer than that one. After 3,000 hard-fought hand-rowed miles, this 21-year-old woman became the youngest ever to row solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Jasmine Harrison of Britain completed the 2020 Talisker Whiskey Atlantic Challenge, rowing from Spain to Antigua in 70 days, 3 hours, and 48 minutes. So impressive. And that sets a new world record for the youngest female to row solo across any ocean. Harrison wrote on Twitter that along her odyssey, she experienced a near collision with a drilling ship, 2 capsizes, and visits from dolphins. She also said there was a lot of peanut butter and Nutella consumed. Harrison said she hopes her solo seafaring saga will bring inspiration to young people that it's okay to go at things alone. And I love that message, never doubt yourself, right? She's the first to do this, and I'm sure that she's gonna inspire many others to maybe attempt this challenge or even other, even bigger feats. But it's just amazing to me how she managed to do that alone and also survive out there on such little food. I wonder how much water she had to bring with her and maybe what other snacks she brought along too.
Right, I know, and just 21 years old. I mean, that's just incredibly impressive. Also, I love that she ended in Antigua. That's a perfect place to just chill and relax after that big accomplishment. But yeah, like you said, just a really good message. I don't know though if I could be alone for 70 days out there and dealing with all the things that I'm sure came her way. Just amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I'd go nuts if I was by myself for that amount of days too. Now, the food part, knowing me, I'd probably over-prepare on the food. The boat would probably sink from just having all the food on there. So probably wouldn't work out well for me at all. I know I'm well out of shape either, but congratulations to her on setting a new record. Very inspiring. And this next story, also very, very inspiring. The landing of NASA's Perseverance rover on Mars captured the fascination of the entire world last week. I know it captured my attention. Now NASA is releasing more footage. The new video shows the final minutes of the rover's entry, descent, and landing, and starts with the supersonic deployment of the largest parachute ever sent to another planet. The landing video finishes with the final touchdown in the crater, and the new footage also includes the first audio recording of sounds from the red planet. You can hear a Martian breeze with some of that and the mechanical sound that the rover makes too. NASA also released images showing the mission's first panorama of the rover's landing location. Those pictures were captured by 2 navigation cameras on the mast. Perseverance is the 5th rover NASA has landed on Mars, and I actually did listen to the video, and I was really glad they were able to edit out the humming sound that Perseverance makes. And it's just so crazy that there's wind on Mars. That's just amazing.
Yeah, I listened to that too, and yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. I was kind of, waiting to hear something really exciting, and it was just wind. But it's still just totally fascinating to see those images and to even hear the audio from it, because you feel like you're watching a movie. This
Right.
is such, such new, exciting, unexplored territory, and I think that everyone's just going to be captivated by everything that they release.
Yeah, it feels, like you said, like watching a movie, but almost like you're right there.
Right.
It is so amazing how far we've come in space exploration, and I cannot wait to see everything else that we find out just from this rover and future missions.